Marriage worth it? Is marriage worth it? What is marriage? The demands of marriage? Why do you want to marry really? Or why did you get married? I think there was a movie like that, Why Did I Get Married? I think you should look for it. I recommend it strongly. Just by Tyler Perry, Why Did I Get Married? It is good for you. I'm sure you will like it. Well, I did like it anyway. And then there's this other question, the glow of marriage. Sometimes it could also maybe the fallacy of marriage, when from a distance you look at, you just see people outside, they're all looking so happy, and it's Christmas time, she gets a gift, it's her birthday, she gets a gift, he gets a gift, and then it's Valentine. You know, depending on what part of the world you're in some places that I know of, on Valentine's Day, there is traffic everywhere. All the hotels, the restaurants, everywhere is booked. And you know, on Valentine's Day, you kind of realize that the world was meant for two. I'm sorry for just saying it like that. Oh, but by the way, it's a fact, really, in some sense. No matter how much we now try to downplay it or make it feel like, oh, it doesn't really matter. Have you ever been to any restaurant where there was a table and one chair? Don't worry, I'm giving some ideas for activist type of people to go and fight for. Every restaurant, the minimum you will have is 2 chairs to a table. So if you're there thinking, oh, I mustn't get married, I don't need a man, I can pay my bills, I can do my stuff, I don't need a woman, I can order anything that I want that a woman could have been doing for me. Dude, you need a woman. The woman is important. The world will stop without a woman. Yeah, anyway, but that's what we're going to talk about today. But then I just remembered that someone sent a message yesterday, and the person asked, why are women always right? And why are men expected to accept that women is right? Okay. I guess that's probably what we're going to be talking about now. I think it's a bit like when they say the customers are always right. It doesn't necessarily mean that the customers are right too. But if you want to stay in business, as in you want to continue to have a place of work to go tomorrow morning, you want to continue to be able to pay your bills, you have to listen to the customer, and you have to do your best to adjust. If it's the customer says, oh, he doesn't like biros or pens with black cover, it has to be different. You have to listen to them. That sometimes is a bit what the wife matter of being right is. It might not really mean that they are right, but if it's a situation where her entitlement of being right is not going to lead everybody to doom, better choose what kind of fight you're going to be able to choose your battles. In a way, it is how life has always been. I was looking, and sometimes trying to reinvent the wheels. It works in some things, it doesn't work in all things. The woman will be right for peace to reign. If the woman is not right, she will be right. If you want to live long. Now I'll show you, but I'll try and see if I can get the editing team to be able to put one video on this particular video, where one dude was telling the son,
number one rule of living with a woman.
Make your life miserable. You know how many times I've been right and still had to apologize? 469,531 times.
And counting.
How is that even possible?
Because she doesn't care.
It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Look, that's the number one rule of living with women. Nothing makes sense. When you learn this, then you finally understand what it is to be a man. Wrong or right, you still have to be sorry.
So what's the point? If you're a man out there and you're wondering, why do I need to agree when I know fully where my wife is wrong? Dude, according to the book of the men before us, chapter the men that tried to say that their wife were wrong, versus the men who have now realized that their wife is always right. And I hereby say with them, the wife is absolutely wrongly right. So in your own interest, if you don't want too much salt in your food, and you don't want cobweb on your bed, please find a way to accept that the woman is right or your wife is right, and then find another way to steer her and communicate and direct her to the direction you want the family to go for the good and peace of the family. Because the last man who was arguing with the woman about who is right and wrong, the man is now divorced and is now alone, and the weather is cold, and it's somewhere now is eating Indomie. So please think again before you ask and wonder about why our women always right. Okay, but jokes apart, I think in some way really, not necessarily because they are right, but it's just like saying find a way to manage her. Somebody sent me a message this morning where this dude and his wife, they just didn't look like people in their 60s or something. And they went to the court and they were talking, and the judge looked at them and said, "Oh, it looks like you guys have been married for a long time." He said, "Yeah." He said, "What's your secret for keeping the marriage?" He said, and the wife said, they asked the wife, and the wife said, because he always answered, "That's right, baby." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Just as my wife said, because that's right, baby, simply means that, is that how you want it, for us to have peace with this?" I say, "Yes." And then some men learn it early, some men don't learn it early, and they struggle. And some men never learn it at all. I'm talking of the good parts of "that's right, baby." But then for that to happen, in case you're a woman, you're watching, and you're wondering, why is it that my husband doesn't say "that's right, baby" to me? Most times it might just be because they're too stubborn. It's difficult to listen to a woman who is stubborn and irrational. If a woman is cooperative and respectful, it's very easy to say "that's right, baby." But if a woman is rebellious and stubborn and disrespectful, even when she is right, the man will just also want to prove that you're not right and I'm not going to go with you. So it's here and there. So when the Bible says, woman, respect your husband, man, love your wife, I think there's a reason for both of them, because really the man needs his respect. And then I think we have one of the episodes that we've planned now. There's one of them that talks about the man and his kingdom. The man can leave his house, go walk, dig the ground, carry weight, do all sorts of things, and let people younger, less qualified and everything top down on him. The man doesn't mind, as long as he gets money to take home to his family. But if he now gets to his family, or his home, where he's supposed to be king, and he is also rubbish there, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be difficult to say "yes, baby." I'm just saying that it's going to be difficult to say "yes, baby." So if you're a woman and you're happy because they say wise men listen to their wife and say "yes, baby," you don't just say "yes, baby" to any woman. You say "yes, baby" to a woman you know for sure has your interest, for sure respects you, and for sure is a part of your team. Not a woman who's got her team outside you, her life outside you, are just an option. It's not going to say "yes, baby" to you. So we'll stop here today, but remember that in the book of our forefathers, chapter "The Beginning of All Men," verses "The women and men who lived before us," it is strongly advised that listen to your wife, that your day might be long.